This is Angie with Angie Be TV. I'm here in Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio at the Hall of Fame Harley Davidson store. I'm here with the country music artist and actor Beau Braswell. Good afternoon, Beau. How are you?
It's great to be here. Love to be around all of these Harley Davidsons on a beautiful Ohio afternoon. So it's awesome.
Yes.
Thank you for being here.
No, thank you. Welcome to Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio. You're a country music artist. You were born and raised in Nashville, Tennessee. How old were you when you started singing? And
Well, I was motorcycles are kind of in my life first.
Okay.
I started riding when I was 3 and then racing when I was 5. And of course, growing up in Nashville, I went to school with Morgan, who was the daughter of Lori Morgan and Keith Whitley.
Awesome.
So country music around Nashville is just, you grow up there. It's just part of your DNA. My very first field trip was to the Country Music Hall of Fame. So
Nice.
you know, going out and doing shows and playing traditional country music like Keith Whitley, Waylon Jennings, George Jones. That's just what I do. That's what I like to do is traditional country.
Awesome. And you have a platinum record out there.
Yeah,
Congratulations on that.
Thank you. That was pretty amazing. Just an amazing time in my life, being able to, you grow up and you have dreams, and my dream was to be a country music artist, and no matter how many doors I kicked in, no matter how many things that I tried to do to be a successful country music artist, it just never happened. And luckily could fall back on motorcycles, and I ran into a really special producer in Nashville, Leon Medica, and he's like, well, what do you do? And I said, well, I race motorcycles. And so we spent some time writing motorcycle songs and creating what would be known later as Time to Ride, which was a special project that I'm thankful every day that Harley Davidson Motor Company made it possible for those albums to be sold in the store.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
And it was really something. It was, at that time, when you look back musically, Starbucks had the Ray Charles record that was in there, and then Alison Krauss and Union Station had their record at Cracker Barrel, and then Harley Davidson had Time to Ride. So that was the time frame that all that happened.
Okay.
And, just amazing that many people would buy the record, and then we would move on and go play motorcycle events all across, around the world. It was just amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad you persevered and kept your goal to be a country music artist. And I've watched the video Sideways. That's pretty cool. That's about like you ride motorcycles, correct?
Yeah, well, Sideways was written, the American Motorcyclists Association in Lexington, Ohio, kind of split with the promoter, and they were like, hey, we're doing something different, and it wound up being a American Flat Track, and they wanted a theme song, and I worked with Dan Johnson and Barry Boone, and we created this song Sideways as kind of a tribute to Flat Track, which is of course a near and dear place in my heart because I raced so many years, and so we created Sideways, and a lot of memories when you bring. I haven't talked about Sideways in a long time, but that was so special that every Saturday on NBC that song was the Flat Track theme song, and it would be played.
Nice.
And we went to Pomona, California, and shot the video for Sideways.
And
that was just really, really special. That's not exactly the music I would want to make because, like I said, I'm more country. But for that one particular thing, it worked perfect. And still to this day, we play Sideways in our show. So.
I hope to hear it live one day. That'd be awesome.
Come on out. We'd love to have you.
Yeah, and you also play the guitar and any other instrument?
Yeah, I don't try to say that I'm a guitar player per se. I love to. I'll say this: I'll play enough guitar to write songs.
Okay.
Songwriting is very important in Nashville, and I think when you come to my show on any given night, you get. If I'm having a good day, I'm having a great day. If I'm having a bad day, I'm having a bad day. And I don't rely on other songwriters to send me stuff and say, hey, this is a great song, I think you should sing it. I write my own material.
Oh, that's awesome.
So like if I'm singing about it in my show, unless it's a cover, which we do have, but if it's a song that I've written, it's something that I've gone through, and I think that's how I can relate to motorcycle riders and blue collar folks and hardworking people, across the country. Is when you see what you see up on stage, it's real. There's no bullshit.
No tracks.
There's no bullshit.
It's live music.
It's live music, and it's feeling, and it's my life experiences, and I think that's that says something, that it creates a connection with me and the audience. I love to have that connection with them.
Okay.
And go through things with them, even through the night. Like we come out and we'll start off with a real fast song, and we just kind of go on a roller coaster ride of experiences, and maybe something that's happened in my life has happened in theirs too, and the song is a way in 3 minutes they can listen to it and get them through whatever they're going through.
They may went through the same things. Oh, that's wonderful. You have a movie coming out?
Yeah.
What's the name of that?
During the COVID period, everybody just kind of sitting around, and so we were like, well, let's try to. We can't go on tour. Let's try to do some movies. So Karen Kingsbury is a great novelist.
Okay.
She's got a bunch of great novels, and she had written this beautiful story of someone like you. And we were working with Jenny Allison in Nashville at the time, and she was like, hey, do you think you can do this scene and be a doctor? And of course, I'm talking to everybody about being a doctor, and my mom's like, this is a horrible idea if you're going to be a doctor, because you're not ready for that. And I'm like, well, I was like, let's just go give it a shot. So we did, and next year, April, it comes to theaters. I believe it's a Paramount picture, and really, really proud of that, because actors, they have to be so versatile in everything they do. I can be Beau Braswell, I can ride motorcycles, and I can play music, but to go in and be a doctor and have to be serious.
It's something totally different.
My lifestyle, I'm not a very serious person. So it took a lot to do it, but and the cast and the crew and everybody that worked on it, it was a first class production. And April 2024, you'll have to go see Someone Like You in theaters. So
well, congratulations on that upcoming. And then you also have another congratulations, Cass and Moses. They're injury lawyers. You're their spokesperson for that recently, correct?
Yeah, that's so exciting. So Andrew Cass, Joel Moses, they're out of Chicago, Illinois. They're great friends, and they're on a mission. You see all these motorcycles here behind me.
Yes.
There's so many motorcyclists that are out on the road now. Everybody's kind of ditching four wheels and going to two. So they're on a mission. They stand up for bikers that go down, and they're great attorneys. And when we go to these rallies and we go to these events, we try to make everybody aware. If God forbid something does happen, they're there as protection. So, but once again, just if you go through my career, my life, and look at the people that are around me, I have amazing people around me, and I'm not here talking to you or doing any of this without them. I mean, I can say, oh, well, he's done this and he's done that, but it's really about the people that you surround yourself with. You surround yourself with good people, then you're going to be just fine.
That's true. Hang around positive people and that have your back and support you, that's wonderful. And then who supported you with your vision of music or motorcycles? Were those your parents?
Yeah. My mom and dad, when I came home from the hospital, I was kind of, I was the only child, kind of spoiled. And I had a motorcycle waiting on me when I got home from the hospital. And I think at 3, they fired it up. And I ran into mom's coffee table and destroyed a lot of things. And and then 5 years old, they were like, hey, let's go to Paducah, Kentucky, and see, how you do, and it's pretty funny. If my parents were here, they would tell you the story, which I'll go on ahead and tell you because I don't care anymore. You can't embarrass me anymore. But so I think, and if my dad would tell you the story, he would say that there was a really pretty girl in the crowd, and all the little kids were lined up on the line getting ready to go. And the green flag wave, and
Uh-huh.
they all took off, went down into turn number 1, and I was over there looking at whatever I was looking at, and so that's how my racing career started. Some pretty girl up in the crowd.
Oh, wow. But then you became a world champion, correct?
Yes. You know, growing up in Nashville, we had a lot of great racers.
Okay.
Nikki Hayden, the Hayden family, yeah, Tommy and Jenny, and that was the great competition in Western Kentucky, in Paducah Short Track.
Okay.
So I grew up racing them, and just went through the amateur ranks, winning, you know, amateur championships, the AMRA World Championship.
Wow.
And then the American Motorcyclist Championship, which was 6-time champion. And then just recently, I don't know if it was recently, but so one of the best races that we have in the United States is the Buffalo Chip TT. And to me, it's up there with the Daytona 200 for motorcycles. The Buffalo Chip TT is probably one of the most awesome races you can go to as a fan. Well, Springfield, I'll throw the Springfield Mile in there too.
Okay.
But the Buffalo Chip TT, for me, just the people and the South Dakota people, it's so important, and they all come out to the Buffalo Chip.
Okay.
Thousands and thousands of people just screaming.
Oh, wow.
The racers, you know, you're either in there running 6 laps, or you're back out in the pits, or you're racing, and the people are just amazing. And we went there.
That's exciting.
It was incredible. So we went there in 2016, and I won the Buffalo Chip TT then. Went back in 17. Won it again, and then went back in 18 and won it for the 3rd time.
Oh my gosh! Congratulations!
I think I'm the only racer still that has won it 3 years, well, in a row consecutively. So, and then after 18, I retired from racing.
You retired, okay?
I'm like, there's really nothing more I can do now except get hurt. So I was like, I'm gonna get out of here and go do my music, and that's the beautiful part of what this has turned out to be. Is the same fans that watch me race for so many years are at the same events that I get to go play music at.
That's wonderful.
So it's
they supported you both ways.
They have. It's really been special, and to have, you know, great people like Harley Davidson, Casa Moses, and my family who have you know, supported me for years and years and years.
Okay.
And there's been so many people and so many companies. I've just been extremely lucky, but I don't.
No, you're blessed. You're blessed.
I don't take any of it for granted. I really don't. And there's a ton of people in the office in Nashville that have, you know, that work their butts off constantly to try to make me look good.
Oh, no, that's great. So, I forgot to ask. Well, who was your main musical influence when you grew up that influenced you? Or did you have several, probably?
My first concert was New Kids on the Block.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool.
They come down out of the rafters in these high school gym lockers, and that was my first concert. And but you know, things change as you grow up. You get older, and you learn music, and you kind of, you know, things hit you differently. So I mean, you look at like Keith Whitley and George Strait and Hank Williams Jr., which I was really lucky. I got to go on tour with Hank Jr.
Awesome.
Hank Jr. to me has been he's been a good friend, and someone that I can go to and ask questions, and he's just a great friend. So those three for sure are definitely top notch to me.
Awesome. And if someone wanted to book you, how would they find you? Like, is there an email or website?
You can go to beaubraswell.com, and you can find all the booking stuff, and of course Instagram. I have Facebook. What is it? TikTok.
Twitter.
I have that. Bumble, Tinder. I'm on all of them. Not really. That's a joke.
And in closing, do you have a hobby that you'd like people to know that they may not know about you?
You know, I just like hanging out with family and friends on my farm. I'm really low key when I'm out touring. That's they call showbo. And then when I get home, I just like to be around my mom, my dad, and family, and my dog Rufus. And
Rufus.
Yeah, yeah. If I'm at home, he's right here. He's stuck on my side.
Aw.
No, grilling out, just having fun, and that's life. That's how it comes out in my music. It's just family and friends. And
Wonderful.
And riding motorcycles.
That's wonderful. Well, I wish you continued success in your career, and I appreciate you, Beau, let me interview you.
Anytime we come back to Ohio, you're gonna be right there. VIP.
I will be there. I will be there. And thank you. This is Angie with Angie Be TV. Follow me on all social media at Angie Be TV, and also follow Beau Braswell. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hey y'all, this is Beau Braswell, and you're watching Angie Be TV.